Award-winning country singer Maren Morris has turned Tucker Carlson's pretty terrible insult against her and the transgender community into big bucks for the transgender community. Now, before we get into the details of how she did this and how she succeeded in her fundraising effort, here's all the tea you need to know. It all began when Brittany Aldean, the wife of country star Jason Aldean, made a string of insensitive posts on Instagram, okay? So I'm gonna read those posts to you. On August 23rd, Aldean posted a video of herself doing her makeup accompanied by the caption, quote, "I'd really like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase." She added in an Instagram story, "Advocating for the genital mutilation of children under the disguise of love and calling it gender-affirming care is one of the worst evils. I will always support my children and do what I can to protect their innocence." Now, the idea that there are liberal parents in this country who are clamoring to do serious invasive surgeries on their minor children is a joke, it's a lie, it's not happening. Gender-affirming care can include things like counseling for a transgender child. It could be hormone blockers. So the child is an adult before he or she makes a decision about how to proceed forward with their gender identity, okay? So they don't go through the torture of puberty as someone who doesn't identify with the gender they were born with. But whatever, I'm trying to explain simple concepts to people who aren't interested in understanding the simple concepts, which is incredibly frustrating. Now, her husband jumped in on this exchange and said, "LMAO, I'm glad they didn't too, because you and I wouldn't have worked out." Her husband responded to the original.
I get it, because he's not gay.
Got it.
Yeah, we're straight. All right, dude, got it. Duly noted.
Now, at this point, Maren Morris, who's also a country singer, jumps in, and I love what she wrote. She writes simply, "It's so easy to not be a scumbag human. Sell your clip-ins and zip it, Insurrection Barbie."
Insurrection Barbie, wow.
That was nice.
She's not playing.
Now here's where Tucker Carlson jumps in, because as a serious member of the media, reacting to Instagram drama between country stars is what you want to do. And so he did a whole segment on this, and we're gonna take a quick look at that, and then I'll tell you how Maren Morris decided to take a bad situation and use it to her advantage to help the transgender community. Let's watch.
No sane society would have a problem with or even notice words like that. But in 2022, this is a thought crime. You're required to believe that minors should be castrated by their parents. A lunatic called Maren Morris, some kind of fake country music singer, went all the way. And then, of course, Brittany Aldean was attacked up and down the American media for telling a transphobic joke, which they never quoted.
Notice how no one at all, at any moment in this story, advocated for genital mutilation of children. But it doesn't matter. They use the extremist language, they paint a picture, they instill fear in the minds of their already paranoid audience members, but nonetheless, this is what ended up happening. Maren Morris decided to take a screenshot of that segment and used it to her advantage, posted it on Twitter. So there it is, hashtag new profile pic, looking good, with the whole lower third from Fox News saying lunatic country music person.
By the way, I love how they're pretending to be down with the people and populist, and the right wingers love country music. They're like, what is this country music person you speak of?
Yeah, she's a fake country music singer.
Because if you were a real country, of course you would hate gay people. But since she doesn't hate gay or transgender people, she's a fake country music person.
So she ended up making t-shirts with that caption, with that lower third, okay? The singer launched a t-shirt that reads, Maren Morris, lunatic country music person, followed by the phone number for the Trans Lifeline hotline. All sales proceeds are to be split between the Trans Lifeline and GLAAD's transgender media program. Morris announced via Instagram stories that the shirts had raised $63,000 and went on to exceed more than $100,000 in just 15 hours. So she does this fundraiser. She takes lemons, makes lemonade out of it, helps the transgender community in an actual substantive way. And look, maybe this doesn't matter as much. It matters to me. It's really important to have people go rogue in communities that are usually traditionally conservative, right? So she's a country music singer, and I can't imagine the backlash she probably received for taking a stance here, taking a stand against the bigotry that she's seeing within the country music world. And I love strength. I love strong people. I especially love strong women. So I love what she did here, and I want to see more of it. More power to you.
Yeah, ditto on, I love strong folks fighting back. And I like that she trolled them back. Like, don't take them too seriously and slap back, right, proverbially. And so, by the way, we do likewise. Some of Anna's rants are on shoptyt.com, check it out. Okay, and then, but most importantly, well, I love that she fought back and raised money for it. So that's the right way to do it. But I have to note that, so Tucker Carlson says this all the time. This is now several segments we've covered where he says, oh, the left wants you to mutilate your children. They want to mutilate their own children, etc. I mean, we're used to right-wingers being the worst people on earth and saying things that are outrageously false, like unbelievable lies all the time. So we're just like, oh yeah, obviously. No, not obviously. What kind of lunatic says that? That's not even remotely true. And you're trying to get all the idiots who watch you, which is probably about 100% of your audience, to believe that people on the left actually want to mutilate the genitals of kids. They probably believe it.
Yeah, they do believe it.
You got millions of people to believe a monstrous lie, to the point, if I believe that, I would probably want to take physical action, right? And so you got a bunch of gun nuts and you stoked him up with this propaganda, this hatred. He's just an absolute fascist, 100%.
And let's juxtapose that, by the way, their lies to what conservatives have advocated for in this country toward children who happen to be gay. They were furious that states started banning electroshock therapy on gay children, okay? A disgusting, unproven, vicious method to turn gay kids into straight kids. Okay, you can't do that, obviously. And it was horrific that was going on in this country, that children were being tortured with electroshock therapy. But the right wing supported that. They had no problem with that. The thing is, they have no issue with being violent and vicious with children they don't like, okay? Including trans children, let's just keep it real.
By the way, one of our members made a great comment the last time we covered Tucker Carlson saying that. They said, you know what really mutilates children in this country? AR-15s.
Yep.
And every time that you get the kids in Sandy Hook, Uvalde, and all those schools get mutilated, just shredded, to the point where you can't recognize their face, you can't ID them, because the AR-15's bullet just blew up their heads. Tucker Carlson rushes on air and says, Second Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights. I got a hobby, we shoot feral hogs. Yes, keep the AR-15s. Who cares if it shreds your children, it mutilates them and it murders them? I have a hobby. And one day I'd like to use my AR-15 against government tyranny to murder cops and people in the military. And by the way, I'm outraged at Colin Kaepernick. They never make any sense. They're natural born fascists and they should be treated as such. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.